Guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. It's actually a funny one because yesterday we had this entire video that we were supposed to record that you're seeing right now. It was supposed to be uploaded yesterday. I recorded it 5 times, all of which I was speaking in the present tense about how I messed up the last recording, only to get to the upload and realize that Post Malone was blaring in the background the whole time. It was 1 a.m. I said, screw it, I'm not uploading tomorrow. And so I decided to wait, and I'm glad I did, because it seems like the script that I was developing for that day continuously developed overnight. And we are going to be talking about the new daddy CEO, Mr. Evan Verhulst himself. We've got a lot to discuss in today's video. Of course, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Also, we are discussing some ALGS championship organization roster drama right into champs, literally within a couple of weeks from now. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. First thing that I want to make mention of was Dark Zero Gen Burton, or actually the Gauntlet League for Nick Merckx, just happened recently. The first 2 days are now in the bag, and this is actually kind of the storyline that we are developing. And I actually developed it yesterday when Verhulst was in 3rd. Thank God the guy popped off today, and now he's in 1st overall, so it just kind of helped the script out a lot. Well, this was the 1v3 you guys can see in the background. Some crazy plays we're seeing in this as well. A lot of people also, it's not just Jen Burton, it's not just Evan, it's not just all these guys that we already know and love. It's also a lot of people we've never even heard of, which is why I really like this, because you get a lot of breakout moments for some of these guys. And you may think that these are just little tournament modes and we're all just having a good time. And yes, maybe we are, but to some degree, this is also a massive opportunity for some of these guys as well. And it's unbelievable. Whoops, Spotify moment. Unbelievable though, just kind of how some of these guys could have like a breakout moment career starter just by basically being on Imperial House stream and on his team, and then 1v3 clutching, and then all of a sudden his numbers just go crazy. It is possible. So it's good to see how some of these guys are performing in this as well. And I also like that you're seeing some names that aren't necessarily like your tier 1 guys that are up in that top overall standings as well. Also, it wasn't just these guys, it was also Vattery as well. Insane 30-30 repeater plays. These guys, it just goes to show you how good the pros are. I mean, seriously. And then Void with a massive clutch as well in the Gauntlet League. So just love to see it out of these guys, and we'll actually see some roster updates with them as well. These are the overall standings from day 1. This is what I was trying to show yesterday, right? Big shout out to Vane, mouse and keyboard goat, right? I feel like he's underrated. I feel like people don't give him enough credit. But also, we're developing this TSM roster update, or not roster update. We're developing this TSM roster right now and seeing where are they in the grand scheme of things, right? We look at split 1 playoffs, they win. Split 2 playoffs, 2nd place, right? We think they're still there, right? Are they still there, or are they declining? So Verhulst in 3rd place. What an amazing asset that guy is to the TSM roster. And this is what I was trying to say yesterday. Is Hal really the CEO, or is he the CEO because we kind of mutually agree that he's the big man, he's the boss, he's got all the views, he's got all the influence, we call him the CEO? Or is Verhulst really the CEO of this roster? I kid you not, I swear I said that in yesterday's video. I wake up today and RKN has exactly said the same thing as well. When will Imperial Hal admit that Verhulst is the real CEO? And so this is where we follow these solo queue leagues, and look how good Verhulst is continuously doing. Day 2 standings, we see Verhulst in 1st place with a massive point gain here as well. Now we're seeing some new names that were not in the top 10 from the first time, like Rambo, like Enemy, like Phony as well, Gent as well, Designful as well. But overall, that's Verhulst in 1st on day 2, Verhulst in 3rd on day 1, and then the overall standings for both days combined, you've got Verhulst, you got Effect, and these guys, obviously Verhulst though just kind of really taking this by storm and showing how insane he really is and how much of a good asset he is. Now, I did have one clip I wanted to show you guys of how good Verhulst was and some plays he was making, some 1v3s, and then Apex Lounge decided to post this where Verhulst had actually fought against Imperial Hal in this tournament as well. And I gotta say, just looking at this roster, I think Imperial Hal actually had the better roster as well, and yet Verhulst still does so good. So you've got Blast, you've got Crispy Bacon, and you've got Verhulst on this team going up against Imperial Hal, who also has Effect from Alliance on his team. You should think that team really should not lose, but this was the result. Roll the clip.
On the hills, on the hills.
Yo, can we triple swing balcony right now? Can we triple swing balcony right now? All of us, ready? Ready?
Okay.
They're all top. Somebody upstairs, come on with me. Watch out, walk. Need that.
I'm gonna need. Watch it.
You up.
Yeah. Come in top right now. I hit 155. Just let them die to the other team.
Yeah. I'm burning one. One left, one left.
I have one. I'm on one.
Inside bottom. I'm dead.
I'm all
They're
in the
pushing.
bush.
They're back, I think. Arc side.
With nades. Tanking it. I'm gonna reinforce when I can. 1 second. Reinforcing now.
Team bottom is swinging.
Hold
Now.
on if you can. It's in the corner.
I have my knock. I'm just gonna
How
die
did they
again.
break the fucking queue in the second floor? Like, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna reinforce bottom again. One guy's bottom. He's bottom, last one. I'm 1 HP, I gotta heal.
I can get him. One. Dead.
On me.
Listen, we need to walk out bottom of the wall. Walk out bottom of the wall. Come here.
Okay, coming. I have ult fizz. I have no nades. No nades to the south. I'm gonna Q and O. I can't get.
They're peeking height.
Okay, smoke it.
I don't see
We're safe on me for now. We don't have to rush anything.
Oh, jump in.
Roof.
Yeah, just start it.
Two nades. You guys need a nade?
No,
this body on me.
Down here, free shots. I might ult them. They have nothing to do. I might ult them, okay? Right
Yep.
They're in the
Need it,
corner.
need it.
Still shoot them.
Crack them.
One's one. Yep.
You can rest. Go rest.
Swinging left. Resin dead. Resin.
Nice.
I'm free.
2 teams alive.
Team left on the hill. Careful.
You smoked me?
No smokes.
Hey, they're gonna send us.
Queue up behind the wall.
30 goes.
One's one. Resin one.
Ult them.
Nice. Hold on.
Crack. Nice.
We got second. That's all we got.
It's up the hill. It's a solo thing.
It's a solo?
Horizon on left. No, two. One on truck, one on hill. Two pushing hill.
I have white no.
All on hill now.
I'm winning this baby.
Sorry, dude.
Hey, not bad.
Nice try. No, good job getting second then.
Good
man.
stuff,
Like,
boys.
fucking-
Yeah, good job, guys.
What's up, bitch? Did Evan win that game? What's up, bitch?
Second, buddy. I got second, buddy.
You got a second? That's what happens when
What
you hit
happened to
me.
you guys?
That's what happens when you hit
How'd you
me.
lose to that team, bro?
What do you mean? I'm getting fucking gangbanged in a room, bro. I got room for one person up there.
So obviously, a lot of, tension in between the two teammates as well. It's nice to see them going up against each other. I actually really like solo queue leagues and stuff like this because I feel like it really makes for some good entertainment as to who is some not only underrated talent, but maybe who's a hard carry on some of these other teams as well. I really love to watch these guys go out against each other. It's really nice to see. But Evan in contention, is he really the CEO, or is Hal really the CEO? Really interested. I don't really always do this, but I'm actually interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Like, is Hal the real deal CEO, or is Evan the actual CEO and that we just mutually agreed to let's just call Hal the CEO? I don't know. You can't underrate Hal's IGL ability though. I gotta say that. And just because Evan is a beamer, you just can't overlook some things about the things that makes teams win, like just making shot calls and just keeping the whole team morale there and keeping everybody in focus and in check. So I think you could put Imperial Hal pretty much on any team and you might find some more success than what they're already having. Just interested to see what you guys have to say about that whole conversation down in the comment section. Now, I also wanted to mention TSM and how they're doing obviously as a whole right now. If you're not aware, Minus Tempo is actually running this whole mock-up LAN championship. They're doing group play, everything, elimination bracket, everything. So tomorrow we're actually going to see, I think, day 3 of this. And then Thursday, I think, theoretically, should be Championship Sunday. So it's like a whole scrimmage LAN, full, shebang, everything. Whole, the format is all identical, right? And so in this, we're seeing a lot of upsets. We're seeing a lot of news. And the dojo actually doing insane. I saw this tweet from Timmy. Dojo is actually really, really underrated, man. I'm so happy for those guys. It's really good to see. I would say I probably underrated them a little bit, too. It's nice to see them doing really good in good quality lobbies as well. Another thing that people were noticing, though, if you look at this picture, you'll see TSM is actually down here towards the bottom in 19th place with only 10 points. A really, really bad showing from them as well. Imperial Hal also commented saying, holy crap, we farmed even harder over here. So it's just a really bad day here coming from TSM. Now, all the while, it is worth to note that TSM might not necessarily be their full selves right now. Unfortunately, Reps did post this earlier today saying going into urgent care as my back is in extreme pain and I can't really sit or do anything other than lay flat on my back. I get piercing pain in my lower back every time that I move. I'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully we are back on streams and scrims soon. So really unfortunate that TSM's not able to be themselves during this whole scrimmage stuff, but obviously Reps' health is way more important. So hopefully Reps can, you know, get better soon, and hopefully, you know, I just not, it's not all just about getting better, but just like in general, man, like dealing and coping with bad pain right now that you can't get to go away. It is so frustrating. And I know that, like, especially tooth pain, man, when you get a bad toothache or like something in your mouth is just wrong and you just can't get that pain to go away, there's just nothing that's more infuriating, like, I swear, in the entire world. So hopefully Reps is going to be better soon, and hopefully he can get some relief during this time as well. Also wanted to mention Battlefy leaking out some roster drama updates. Now, this is not necessarily a roster splitting, it's just more so of an organization that existed, no longer going to be on that team, and then a team that used to be existing on another organization no longer going to be there either. It looks like Battlefy accidentally released the information that Aurora will be dropping their roster here for the EMEA scene and going to be picking up the Fire Beavers. Now, this is no surprise. Teams really like to do this a lot, especially when we go into the ALGS championship, because this is when you're going to be getting the most viewers. Every single team organization wants their team represented, and if they can just get a lucky win in there, it's really nice to obviously have all of this big plastered, you know, representation. Not saying that this is like, you know, a direct correlation to it, but last year E8 was not necessarily as big of an organization. You know, didn't really have that big of teams like Zach Mazer and Naughty and all that stuff on there like we had, and Chaotic. But then, like, last year at Champs, you see that E8 actually won a game inside of group play with Mercy Only and Presley and Golden, all those guys. And then you start to see, like, over time, they start to build up their roster even more, and they're signing even bigger pros and bigger pros and bigger pros constantly. But I mean, you could also say that just because they're bigger names doesn't mean as necessarily better, because they haven't really had of good performances either, and they're actually not even making it to Champs this time, unlike the last E8 roster as well. But interesting enough to see Battlefy possibly leaking more stuff again, as they always do. Lastly, just want to wrap the video up with some roster updates. This is Stompez, you guys know, Pro League guru. This guy's been in the Pro League for the last 2 years, looking for a team, or looking for one with JQ for year 4. Also made year 3 splits for Pro League and split 1 and 2. Want somebody who's looking to constantly improve. Void also with these clutches that we just showed recently for the Networks Gauntlet. This guy's looking for a team. 6 times finalist, 2 times LCQ as well. Can co-IGL support, frag as well. Deep legend pool, 4-3 linear, baby. You better know it. Synaptic also looking for a roster as well. If you guys obviously are interested in building a new team, these guys have some really good accolades. 5 times CC finalists in 8 weeks. LCQ finalists with Team Monkeys as well. These are your go-to guys that are really, really good to look into as well. Also wanted to mention this. This is a little bit of a weird one. So James actually posted this Reddit, no, not Reddit, it's a Twitter video, now called X video, I guess. And this was actually a clip of a guy that was hosting scrims, and this guy basically gets mad that the scrim quality is bad. And I'm only saying this, I know it's kind of irrelevant, so a couple days old, but I want to give the other side of the story so that people can stop hating on the guy as well. So basically, this guy gets mad that he gets inted, he gets absolutely bodied in his own scrim, and he gets mad, so he ends the game, right? Horrible thing to do. By the way, excuse my cough. I'm really getting sick of editing out bloopers and stuff, so I'm just trying to record it all in one take. It's so much easier, so much more efficient as well. Hope you guys don't mind. If you guys really hate it, then just leave a dislike on the video. I'll say, okay, maybe this kind of really sucks. I should probably just edit it anyways, even though it's going to make my whole life a lot more miserable. Let's just get on with this. Anyhow, this guy was getting a lot of hate. Slasher comes out and says, listen, this was a significant mistake. And if you guys are seeing this clip, I understand. Like, I saw it and I thought the same thing, right? Like, what a loser. You know, why in the world would you do that? And then, you know, you got to realize that people do make blatant mistakes sometimes. We've made them. I've made them. And you just have to come up there and own up to it. There's just no better way to just literally go up and own up to it. Was a significant mistake, he says. This should have never happened. Please don't spread this anymore. I understand the severity of it, and I've been told to KMS over this, which is crazy. I made a stupid decision in the heat of the moment, and I hosted last night because nobody else could. Noko also chimed in saying, deleted my comments because no one should ever receive death threats over this. It was 100% a bad mistake and you owned up to it. Hope you can continue to learn and grow. Obviously, responses, appreciate it, bro. Hope to come away from this as a better host, player, and person as well. Listen, we all make bad stuff. We all make bad decisions. I've done some really bad things, and I remember getting a phone call from my mom about 3 years ago about cheating on a test, and I knew good and well I was cheating, and I said I wasn't, but they had the receipts, and I was definitely copying and pasting from Quizlet.com. So listen, just own up to it and move on and become a better person as well. So just in case you saw that video, saw that clip, and you thought, screw this guy, well, you know, maybe have a little bit of forgiveness in your heart as well. Let me know what you guys think about all the topics in today's video down in the comment section below. I'm much more happy in this one because yesterday, like I said, I recorded it 5 times just to realize that it was all for absolutely nothing. So we'll see you all in the next video. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.